The Pulsechain.com mainnet has launched, and PulseX.com on that mainnet has launched as well. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. We waited a couple years for this, and it's finally here.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto and Pulsechain YouTube. Over 10,500 subscribers. A big shout out to everybody. Hope everybody is loving crypto land. It has been quite a ride. We've got a bit of a reprieve today, a bit of a quieter day today for a little bit of profit taking before I guess the next move up. We've got a cool poll in the chat there on the Hex Token channel, which is, will you buy more crypto on Pulsechain over the next 6 weeks, December to January? Let us know. We've got yes, maybe, and no. Simple poll, but get in there. Let's see what happens at the end of the live stream. We've got 10 votes so far, so definitely vote on that one. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, smash the subscribe channel to either any of those channels that I've got there. Hit the like button, hit the bell for future videos, all that good stuff. We stream virtually every day of the year, and of course, we take a little bit of time off here and there. Not much, but a little bit. We'll probably be taking some time up ahead, of course, with the season ahead of us with Christmas and New Year's. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see who's in the house today. We got Lies Beneath. Hello, how are you today? Always bring the alpha. And pretty good, actually, Lies Beneath. I'm a walk already. Hello, all. Hex, EHEX, PLS, PLX, incentive for the 100%. That is the maxi golden strategy of this channel. Of course, we're in crypto, so we're going to talk about a lot of other projects, particularly on Pulsechain. But that is the golden strategy, and nevertheless, so get into it, folks. Matt and Barley's in the house there. Hello, everybody. Who is on the teddy bear train, says Matt. I don't know. Let us know in the chat if you're on the teddy bear train. Just type in beer, and we'll see if people are on that train with you, Matt. Property Review says, best crypto show on the tube. I appreciate that. And, yeah, it sounds pretty good to me. We got Sandy Beach in the house as well, an influencer in her own right. It's good to see Sandy Beach and one of our moderators. Big shout out. Big hello to everybody from Sandy Beach and Solid as well. Hello, Superman and gang. Good to see you, Solid. Welcome. Sandy Beach is so sad. Prayers for Prague. I'm not sure what's happened in Prague. Something happened there. Let us know. I'm not sure what that is. And Crypto Dan. Hi, guys. Hope you're all doing good. Hey, we are doing well, Crypto Dan. Good to see you in the chat as well. And Hex Token channel member representing. We've got quite a few representing in the chat there as well. Nice one. Should we get into it? Let's get into the news today, I think. Let me just make sure I'm on the right place here. I guess, I don't know, before I had this little Christmas story to tell, because I was at when I went for a walk today, I go to kind of the mall place there, and I get my little latte that I get, and it's my halfway reward, as it were. And I was in the, a department store, and I heard the mothers talking. They were buying their kids all presents and all that. My mother was going to the other mother, this is my last shop. And I was going, yeah, right, sure, it's your last shop. That was a bit of fun. I don't know. I just thought it was funny because they always say it's their last shop, but, it's Christmas time and they got kids. So it probably just keeps going right till the last mile is my guess. But in any case, it was pretty funny. And, of course, the kids are going to be very happy, I'm sure, when they get their presents under the Christmas tree. I don't know whether you guys did it, but we used to have a pillowcase, and we'd wake up and the pillowcase would be full of goodies on Christmas morning. And of course, it used to be an absolute highlight with the pillowcase there full of goodies, including lollies, little presents wrapped up and things like that, bow and arrows, little guns and things like that the little boys like, of course. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Always used to really look forward to that. It was pretty amazing. And of course, it would make Christmas morning incredibly fun. Leading into the the lunchtime and dinner festivities with all the relatives showing up. So pretty cool on that one. Let us know in the chat if you're doing anything fun like that as well, or what kind of things that you did at that time. We got Tom Boss in the house there. Morning, Hex Token. Hope you are having a great Friday, and am indeed, Tom Boss. Can't believe it's already the 22nd of December here in New Zealand and Australia, I guess, down under. And of course, you guys are probably still on the 21st there. So it's getting closer and closer to Christmas Eve. And, of course, Christmas Day. So that's coming up pretty fast on us. Sandy Beach says gift cards are a great gift. They are a great gift. You really don't know what people like or want, then getting a gift card is a great idea, Sandy Beach. Definitely good for that. All right, let's jump into it and see what's up with the markets. We're going to start with stock market as usual. Let's me just get the screen up here. Bam, and let's go. All right, the stock market, let's see how it did. So we've had green days all week except for yesterday, remember? It was a bit of a pullback, but today Dow closes higher as dip buyers swoop into tech. So Christmas rally has been on the run again. And we got the Dow Jones there up 0.9%, 322 points to 37,404. And of course, this is Thursday's market results for the United States. And then S&P 500 up 1% to 48 points to 4,746. Not too far away from the 4,800 that Tom Lee from the Fund Strat Manager said. And we're getting there. We've still got another day, I guess, for that. NASDAQ there is up 1.26%, 186 points to 14,963. So bullish on the stock market there after yesterday's bit of a sell-off there. US dollar and volatility index down. Let's have a look at the commodities. Commodities at the moment, let's see where they're at. West Texas is at $73.87 and Brent oil is at $79. Both of them are down slightly based on these numbers. Gold is moving up. Look at that gold. That's very interesting. $3.80 to 2,061. Let's have a look at the max period for gold. And look at that. It's pretty much all-time highs. Isn't that beautiful? Wow, that's incredible. And silver is also up as well, at $24.75, but not at all-time highs. Obviously, been much higher back here at $40 or $41 way back in 2011. But gold is a standout. Look at that. Wow. That's why we cover this, so we're aware of what's going on with the other markets. Pretty cool. Now, let's jump over to some of the information here. We had some GDP numbers. So Q3 GDP for the United States was revised lower. Manufacturing activity slows. So, that's the slowing economy. That's what the Fed wants. Key inflation report has been eyed. On the economic front, the final revision of economic growth or gross domestic product for Q3 fell to 4.9% from prior estimates of 5.2%. I think there's a pretty decent amount. While initial jobless claims rose 2,000 to 2,500 in the week ending December 16. So initial jobless claims have risen slightly there. That's that trade-off of inflation for jobs, I guess. Missing expectations of 214. So not quite as aggressive as people might have thought. Philadelphia Fed said Thursday its manufacturing index rose to a reading of negative 10.5 from negative 5.9 for August as the contraction in manufacturing activity continued. So definitely manufacturing and employment getting hit a bit there. The economic reports come just a day ahead of the core personal consumption expenditure price index and the Fed's favorite measure of inflation. So that's the personal consumption expenditure price index on Friday, which could show whether inflation has slowed enough for the Fed to begin easing policy next year. That's going to be a pretty critical piece of information. We'll wait to talk about that on Saturday. So look forward to that one. That's going to be really, really critical and good for us in the crypto. So we'll see how we go there. Now, remember, the next Fed meeting is coming up in next year. So let's have a look. We're 5 weeks and 5 days and 19 hours away from the next Fed meeting. And that is 31st of January, folks. And that's after the holiday period, I guess. And we've got, what are people expecting? No change at the moment, 83%. No one's expecting the interest rate to change there. We've got a 16% R, but most of the market's not expecting anything. I don't expect anything either. The majority of the market, though, in March is expecting a pivot there in March. So that's really early. It's got earlier and earlier, hasn't it? But I still think May is still looking pretty good with all the market participants expecting a pivot by May. So everybody 100%. So that gives you a range there at the moment. And of course, between March and April, we've got the Bitcoin halving, right? 17th of April or so. So that's bullish as well. We're probably going to have the Ethereum ETFs approved in May too. Looks like that to be the play. But in January, of course, we're expecting the Bitcoin ETFs there. So that's kind of the play on that one. That leads us into crypto. Bitcoin, yee 43,876. Dude, don't you love the green? We've been looking at green so much these days. It's really getting good. I like it. It's $43,876. And that is up 0.5%. The dominance has slipped a little bit there, 50.96%. Ethereum is at 2,237, up 1.85%. Like I say, probably kept at bay a little bit because of the deferment from the looks of it from the Ethereum ETFs from March to May, and also talk of the Celsius selling down some stuff has probably kept the lid on Ethereum for the time being. But once again, I think we'll probably attack that 2400 and eventually get our altcoin season fully on the road. In the meantime, Solana, of course, the VC chain is being pushed higher, 14.9%, $93.81. That is still going. ADA is up as well, 8% to 63 cents. And AVAX there up 6% to $45.81. They're ticking away there as well. What else there? Near and Dot also doing pretty well at the moment. And so is Matic up 5% to 81 cents. So those are some of the leaders there at the moment. That leads us into Bitcoin. And of course, here we are on Bitcoin here. It is looking super good, doesn't it? It looks so good. Looks so good. Now, I haven't checked the RSI on here. I don't know if Brennan's online. He might be able to tell us what the Bitcoin RSI is looking like at the moment. But definitely we are riding a dream run here. And it may very well be the beginning of something beautiful over the next, say, 15 months. $43,852 at the moment. Looking good. Riding support on the 20 EMA in yellow there. Looking very good indeed. So I'm really loving that. In fact, I've got this on Bitstamp, not on Coinbase. That's why I've got none of my overlays here. But once again, 10th of January, that's when we're expecting the Bitcoin ETFs. And that's not far away, right? That's not far away. It's getting closer day by day. And I think we're how many days? Looking at 20 days. So under 3 weeks now until the Bitcoin ETF. Man, it could be quite a New Year's present for everybody and bring it on. Now, we've got a couple of comments here in terms of some of the cool updates here. We've got the SEC is holding a rare conference call with spot Bitcoin ETF applicants. So in terms of the progress of the Bitcoin ETFs, and of course, it's kind of cool. Let's get rid of that. So the US Security, the SEC is rumored to be speaking with multiple spot Bitcoin ETF applicants at once, according to a December 21 report. And of course, a Vox business here. Scoop is having that what's described as a rare joint conference call with spot Bitcoin ETF filers as its closely watched decision looms on whether it gives these companies the green light to sell to small investors. Boy, Fox here's got all this terrible things coming up here. No thanks. Eleanor there, also a Fox correspondent, said that the call involving ensured the applicants are committed to cash creation model. And we talked about that the other day, right, versus in-kind. And so cash is the preferred one there from the SEC at the moment. Terrett added that the SEC told applicants to remove all hints of in-kind redemptions from their filings. Any in-kind model would allow for certain Bitcoin transactions among ETF industry participants. Recent updates to BlackRock filings have already replaced mentions of in-kind with cash, but leave room for an in-kind model pending approval. None of the involved parties have publicly confirmed the above call. Previously, the SEC has confirmed individual meetings, albeit not always immediately. January the 10th, of course, remains the key date. Rumored conference call may indicate the SEC may soon decide on the spot Bitcoin ETFs. Many experts suggest it will occur January the 10th. Fox Business itself has reported expectations for an ETF approval in the new year in an article in December the 20th there. So things are just ticking along here at the moment. So we keep looking at that. Also, in addition to that, Grayscale's manager there who's just had a recent meeting as well with the SEC. There is talking about crypto asset manager Grayscale has had another meeting with the SEC as final ETF details get ironed out. Meanwhile, the company's chief executive said that its clients would lose out if it can't convert the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust to a spot ETF. On December the 20th, Grayscale chief Michael Sonershan there told Bloomberg that GBTC investors of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust will be hugely disadvantaged if the SEC doesn't allow it to convert the fund to a spot ETF at the same time. I think the SEC should and does, in fact, want to create an even playing field. At least 12 companies are vying for a spot Bitcoin ETF approval. Understand that it's actually 13, including Giant, BlackRock, and Fidelity. Meanwhile, Grayscale is trying to get its existing GBTC trust converted to the spot fund. Shonoshin said that it should all happen simultaneously to prevent one company from gaining first mover advantage. That's a very big deal. We've publicly been advocating of the fact that when the commission is ready to give the requisite approvals for the spot products to come to market, that it should be done all at once. The issuers who are operationally ready to launch their products should come out of the gate all at once. And of course, we're kind of expecting that a month later, right, after they get the approval. Grayscale is ready to list GBTC with a lowered ETF fee once it starts trading. He said the trust currently has 2% fee, which is higher than the general ETF. So that's kind of the play there. All right, so that's looking pretty good in terms of the process of approval for the Bitcoin ETF for 10th of January. Now, also what we've seen in the lead up to the actual approval is we've seen a lot of Bitcoin ETF issuers, some of those 12, 13 companies push crypto ads. We've got 3 crypto ads in 48 hours And of course, this has been the theme we've been covering already. 3 commercials for Bitcoin ETFs have appeared this week as the marketing war between competing asset managers heats up. This is also not just between the ETF issuers, but also the centralized exchanges are facing competition from the Bitcoin ETFs, as well as fees, right? It's a fee generation, so it's a big deal. ETF issuers have fired 2 new salvos in a brewing crypto marketing war, rolling out a total of 3 crypto ads in just 2 days. Bitrise rolls out the first Bitcoin ETF advertisement on December the 18th, featuring actor Jonathan Goldsmith, who is known for his most interesting man in the world character from an advertising campaign that he did. Days later, on December the 20th, Hashdex published its crypto advertisement featuring a dumper truck with caption, "Stocks aren't crypto, fixed income isn't crypto, precious metals, nope, not crypto either," before promoting the firm. And you can see a clip of that video there. Bitwise then responded with another short ad featuring Goldsmith, and of course, thought you'd like to know Satoshi sends his regards. Goldsmith said, continuing to in a character to promote Bitcoin. It's a screenshot there of that ad. However, the consensus from sponsors across social media was that Bitwise advertising campaign came out on top. Notably, the branding push from the 2 asset managers shows an outsized deal of confidence in a financial product that has yet to receive regulatory approval, and it's pegged the odds of SEC approval, of course, to 90% on the 10th of January, and so on. So pretty exciting to see this marketing ramping up ahead of it. It's free marketing for us, folks. They're working for us now. That's pretty much it, if you can think of it like that. Now, what is the ramifications? So we see the process is going really nice. We see the firms ramping up the marketing. Crypto is going to be crypto crazy next year. And of course, the money is going to come. The crypto industry saw over 180 million in liquidations. And of course, on the excitement of all this, so the market's getting really excited. Bitcoin Solana price breakouts triggering $180 million in liquidations. So the market, the bulls are beating out the bears. The bears are getting really hurt there. The crypto industry saw over 180 million in liquidations between December 20 and December 21. So not much of a Christmas for the shorting part of the market, the bear part of the market, as Bitcoin's rally pulled the rest of the market upward. Yesterday's Bitcoin price obviously broke the 44K barrier. And of course, it's been up and away. Data from CoinGlass showed that this price movement resulted in massive losses for traders who were betting against further price increases in the market. Silly. Who would bet against the market, even though it's had a big rally, because of the news is still 3 weeks away. Maybe 3 weeks from now, it might be a good play. But now it just seems very dangerous. Short traders lost 105 million during the last 24 hours. And of course, meanwhile, traders who thought the bullish movement would continue across the market lost approximately $76 million during the reporting period. Bitcoin traders lost 48 million, with 70% of the losses coming from short traders. Ouchie. Now, you can short on Pulsechain, right, through the famous protocol from the PH Universe team. And of course, a lot of people are doing that. But of course, most people are quite bullish using famous on Pulsechain. Obviously, Richard Hart has dared people to short Hex over the years. Of course, being down near the bottom of the market, that's actually pretty dangerous now. Might have been great when we were up at 30, 40 cents, even 10 cents, 5 cents. But now, of course, that's a riskier play as well, especially as Pulsechain is showing early signs, green shoots of breaking out to the upside. And we saw that yesterday, and we're going to look at it again with the Pulsechain chart. Looks bullish. We've got a bit of a retest today, but man, it looks like the game on now on Pulsechain. On the other hand, speculators of the price of Ethereum were liquidated for a total 138 million. Interestingly, traders betting on ETH price increases contributed to most losses, losing around $23 million. So there's some really big money to be lost there. Obviously, Solana also having a good play at the moment as well. All right, so let's move on to the final topic here, and that is, okay, so the market's getting excited. Process is going well for Bitcoin ETF. Marketing's getting out there. Crypto's heating up. The prices are bullish. Shorters are getting liquidated. It's game on. But how much, of course, is these Bitcoin ETFs going to make? Now, we've looked at many articles on this. Another one here, of course, is by Grayscale CEO Michael Shonoshin again, and he believes a deluge of capital will flow into Bitcoin once the SEC greenlights a spot Bitcoin ETF. In a new CNBC television interview, he says that approval for spot Bitcoin ETF applications will open up the opportunity for a group of investors to get exposure to the top crypto assets by market cap. I do think there's a lot of optimism in the market. Again, in the market, he says, I think a lot of investors are adding Bitcoin to their portfolios. When we look ahead to the hopeful approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs, it really is going to unlock the opportunity for part of the investment community that, for better or worse, but I would say for worse, has unfortunately been locked out of the opportunity to participate in having Bitcoin exposure in their portfolios. Really, we're talking about the advised market here in the US, which is today worth $30 trillion. worth of advisor wealth, and we hope that approval Bitcoin ETFs will give them that opportunity. Grayscale is one of the major players gunning for a spot-based Bitcoin ETF, of course, and it's going to be bullish. So you can see what I mean. We're going to be tapping that number of asset value, 30 trillion. How much of that will end up flowing through to crypto, Bitcoin, etc. So it's going to be super bullish with that. All right, let's get on to it. We've got Ethereum as well. Ethereum is doing pretty well here, riding up the Bollinger Band. Riding up the 20 EMA. We did breach this though on that news that I talked about in terms of the ETF, Ethereum ETFs, not Bitcoin ones, being deferred through to May most likely, and of course also a bit of selling from the Celsius as well. And so here we are back up though, back over the 20 moving average here, looking pretty good at $2,238 with a high today so far of $2,279. So we're getting back up there, folks, and following Bitcoin up to the upside. So very cool on that one. That leads us into Pulsechain on day 223. So we're going to get into results on that. Before we do, though, let's get back into the chat as well. Let's get into the chat as well. Who else has jumped in here? Let's see. It was here. We got up to Tom Boss, that's for sure. Let's see. We got Tin Top in house there. What's up, Hexagons? Good to see you, Tin Top. Welcome to chat. We got Wookie in here as well. Wookie the Famous is here. Never fear. And who else jumped in here? Joey Torres. What's up? Good to see Joey. Joey's everywhere. Joey, you are everywhere. I see you everywhere I go to watch on YouTube. I see you commenting on videos and stuff. Christian's here as well. Hello, familiar. Good to see Christian in house. We got Domio as well. Pulse. Yes, absolutely. Pulsechain. Thomas says, I heard one chart guy say a weekly close above 43 means we are going to 48, 49. Fingers crossed. Yeah, absolutely. Well, 45 to 48 has kind of been the resistance area that a lot of people thought we'd get rejected potentially and move all the way back down to the 30s. But, man, I have this feeling we've got 20 days to go, and maybe if we break that 50K, it's game on, right? Game on. So looking good. We got Brian, our community leader in the house there. What's up, folks? Good to see you, Brian. Domio there, Pulse World 100X, question mark. Hey, we're excited for those opportunities. We just need to get a bit of momentum on, but definitely we've got some major breakout yesterday in the chart. So we're going to talk about that again soon. Francis is in the house there. Hello, Francis. Good to see you. Welcome to the chat as well. I think you're on Superman Crypto watching, so cool. And finally, we got Wookie says, no, Sandy, the show got rugged, but he did play Wookie the Famous. You're talking about the Christmas show this morning. Did it get rugged? What the heck? Was he playing some copyright stuff on that Hex Pulsechain Christmas show? I think it was on earlier today. That's unfortunately. And a big hi from Francis there. All right, cool. Let's get back into it. The Pulsechain, folks, day 223. The results are in. We've had quite a few green days in a row. We'll get to the charts in a minute. You can see Pulse at the moment just taking a little bit of a breather, a little bit of a profit taking there. We're at quadruple 0597, down 3.27%. We're 61% of sacrifice price. I think we're at 61 yesterday. Pulsex at the moment, quadruple 0161, and that had a really good run too. I think we got up to quadruple 018, and we're currently down 6.8% at the moment. And the buy and burn, beautiful. Look at that, beautiful. 616 point, almost 9 million Pulsex has been bought up and burned. So 616, almost, yeah, that's amazing. And of course, you can see the 3% there. 3% of the public supply has now been burnt officially. Yesterday, we were kind of leading into that with yesterday's show, but we've hit 3% of the public supply of Pulsex is bought up and burned. And here's the kicker. It looks like there's a bit of a strategic play going on with Power City, in my view. They kind of looks like they're going to delay the EARN protocol. It's going to be interesting to see when it launches, but is it going to be in the new year, or are they going to sneak it in between Christmas and the new year? We'll see, but they haven't launched so far. It doesn't look like they're going to, giving liquid loans a bit of a chance to shine, really, which is kind of bullish too. So I think it's going to play out pretty well. I kind of like that delay now when I think about it and see the numbers looking good there. Incentive at the moment is at 53 cents, down 2.6%, and the ratio there, 8,880 pulse per one incentive. Well over 90 million in supply now, and 116,000 burned through Jacob's ecosystem with the TRH protocol. PHEX there was at just over 1 cent yesterday. It is down 3.9% today, or 4%, and that is sitting at 96 hundredths of a penny, only down a little bit. And of course, EHEX there is at 51 hundredths of a penny. Combined price of EHEX and PX is 1.48 cents, so just below 1.5 cents there on the HEX. Let's go to the charts though for day 223, and we can see the big view here of Pulsechain. And someone was in the chat there talking about Pulsechain 100x. Hey, believe it could happen. And of course, we just need to get back to the sacrifice price first. We're going to get back to the SEC price, which is the mean sacrifice price, and then game on after that. Game on after that, I think it's going to be pretty cool. Now, we did have some important break here. You can see this downward wedge sort of resistance here. We broke through that yesterday in style, and it looks like we're just retesting a little bit here and on the next upways, next ascendancy, looking quite good. We've got these higher lows in place as well. So we're doing pretty well. We do have to get over this 6,700 mark and then, of course, get over this mark here of 7,800. So we've got two little milestones there to get. Once it's on, game on. And then, of course, we're back to the main sacrifice price at 0001, which is also the pre-SEC price there as well, back on the 31st of July. So it's been quite a while since then. How many days since the SEC event? It has been 143 days since then, or 142 days since we broke out of that wedge. So there we are. That gives you some idea. So what's that, just under 5 months, 4.5 months, something like that. That is the play. Now, we are waiting for all these projects you can see in the future here, waiting for them to launch. So bring them on. Bring on a tsunami of projects on Pulsechain for 2024 bull run into 25. We love it. And, of course, you can see a teaser there of many of the projects. We're just waiting for them to launch. So kind of cool. I think the new year is going to be pretty fun. It's going to continue on after the Liquid Loans spectacular launch. Let's have a quick look at Liquid Loans before we move on, because it has made a major milestone yesterday, and I put it out on X social platform about the fact that they had achieved such a huge milestone. Let's check it out of Liquid Loans. They have hit 20 million in stable coins yesterday, and I pushed this out on X social platform for Hex Token, and yeah, 20.13 million now. So supply of stable coins on Liquid Loans has gone up 20 million. That's a big deal. If you remember the SEC event, we lost something like $39 million over the bridge after the SEC event. We did reclaim some of that, but having our internally generated stable coins is a big deal. That's like 50%, over 50% of the stable coins that we lost have now been recovered just by internally generating them, and of course taking Pulse off the market at the same time. How much Pulse we taken over off the market? 753 billion Pulse is off the market. That's worth 45 million US dollars. And that makes Liquid Loans the biggest TVL protocol, of course, after PulseX, which is incredible. Well, I think PulseX somewhere in the ballpark of 160 million plus or minus, and of course, looking pretty good. So let's just quickly do some quick maths here and add that up. So 753 divided by 16,000, the public supply. This is approximate, of course. I don't know the decimal places, but I'm going to go find out. And that is 4.7% of the public supply is off the market there as well. If you add that to the validators, 10%, that is almost 15%, right? So we're hitting there pretty quickly, and that's without Power City and without PUSD, if PUSD is able to launch as well later on. So kind of bullish there. The APR on Liquid Loans is also spectacular, 220%. The staking pool is 60%, and I hear that people are loving the providing LP rewards, because the first 42 days, 150 billion loan tokens have been given out, and that is super bullish, super bullish. Remember, 30 days after the launch, the first people that had delayed their loan tokens will be coming out as well. I remember they got a reward of 6%, I think it was, per month. So the first people will be coming out during this LP phase of 42 days. But people are loving the loan earnings, and of course been enjoying the liquidations as well, apparently. So there we are. That's it on Pulsechain. Looking good. PulseX, of course, we're waiting for the earn protocol from Power City. That's going to bring on even more stable coins, PXDC. So if you add up Liquid Loans and Coast, that's about $23 million. PXDC is coming. That's going to add probably another $20 million. Who knows? It's going to be pretty amazing. And we'll quickly have recovered from the SEC in terms of the amount of stablecoins equivalents. Obviously, it won't necessarily have the same circulating momentum, but we may see that develop over time. So it's so very, very early. So the Liquid Loans did 20 million in 20 days. 20 million in 20 days. It's $1 million a day of stablecoins from Liquid Loans. So hopefully we'll get that with Power City too. And maybe that's why they're holding off until the new year for Power City launch. So looking forward to that. Just ask Jesse and his team. All right, PulseX at the moment is at quadruple 01617. The high of the day so far is quadruple 018. Low is 1569. We're just off the bottom there at the moment. So just taking a breather after our huge run up here at the top of the Bollinger Bands. And of course, the RSI just cooling off at 51. So looking not too bad there at all. Incentive token at the moment, 53 cents. There we go. And of course, the PHEX at the moment. So let's look at PHEX. PHEX also broken some resistance here. So we have moved higher. I feel that PHEX could just run away at some stage. So watch out for that. If not, by some people are calling the Bitcoin halving next in April because of how a Hex broke out in 2020. But of course, we can go much earlier than that on the Bitcoin move. And so let's see how we go on that one coming up here. But at the moment, 9,600 a penny, still very cheap to get Hex at the moment. But for how long? For how long? All right, that is that. Let's go to EHEX. EHEX at half a penny as well. Same story there. Potentially also with a parity play as well. The law of convergence, EHEX to PX. We'll see if that plays out over time as well. Someone moved a whole ton of Pulse over to, I think, to Ethereum as well, trying to lift the chance that if Ethereum goes up, Pulsechain will go up with that too. So they tried to do a bonded play apparently with the old Pulsechain as well. That apparently happened, I think, in the last 24 hours. I saw a note there. I think it was from Goldkey or somebody like that about that topic. So that was interesting too. So EHEX there on the run. Let's see PHEX and EHEX together. Just under 1.5 cents at the moment combined. And our recent high was up at 2.7 cents there back on the 26th of October. So that is EHEX and PX looking not too bad. Let's go to the validators. We've got 49,937 validators. So just pop below the 50,000. And we've still got around 10% of the Pulse off the market there, 1.6 trillion at the moment, with the dominance still held by validator store there at 55% of all the validators. Going to the gas prices, 234,000 bits, 4/10 of a penny for a PulseX swap, 300th of a penny for a Pulse coin transfer, and 900th of a penny for a PRC training transfer. Super cheap, super fast to do on Pulsechain. We're 5,600 times cheaper than Ethereum. Currently $24 almost to do a swap on Ethereum, and 50,000 times cheaper than Bitcoin at almost $15 for a Bitcoin transfer, which will take you 5 years to get moved through. No, just kidding, but it does take a long time. 50,000 times cheaper. What's cool about that, I always say, compounding and profit sharing. Those are two big parts of what Pulsechain can do, as well being a full system stake copy of Ethereum. Pretty badass if you ask me. That's day 223, folks. We're about to start day 224. And of course, good times, rock and roll. A chance to pick up a bit more too with the little pullback today and the prices, especially after the breakout here. As you can see, that breakout there looking pretty nice. And of course, we want to inch our way up and to the right. And we've got all these projects to come to help us get it, how to skip there, which is pretty cool. Now, hopefully tomorrow I'm going to be doing a top 10 DeFi on Pulsechain in 2023 video. So look forward to that. It's going to come out tomorrow, top 10 DeFi. And I think those are going to do extremely well in 2024. So that's kind of the play. Let's have a look at the top PRC 20s. You can see everything is pulled back. Everything's pulled back on the day. So not much to say there. That's pretty much it. Everything in top PRC 20s is pulled back. PDI at the moment, 00055. Wrap Bitcoin, $87 at the moment. A Tropa there at 0043. Teddy Bear, which a lot of people have been riding the train on there. I see that Matt from Bali has been riding that. That had a huge run up. This has had a bit of profit taking today on the old Teddy Bear. Maker is at $2.60. SHIB is at 709,100, down 5%. And a pink Pepe there is down 11% there at 807,400. So those are some of the bigger ones there, bigger names. Let's go to our third category, which is meme coins. And let's see if anything's performing particularly well. Looks like Axis Alive continues its ascendancy. It is up 16% at $8,800. So this is Axis Alive, the influencer and TA specialist in the Hex and Pulsechain community. And look at that chart. It has rebounded very strongly all the way down from 2,000 to 8,100. So congratulations if you're running that train as well. Doing pretty well. No token from Randy Alaski. Of course, another influencer there. All these influencers coins. How about this, eh? They're at 1/1200th of a penny at the moment, and just riding off the bottom of 1/10th of a penny. This could be a nice little pickup, possibly here. Not financial advice, of course, wink, wink, but that is pretty much the play. Mega there, make Ethereum great again, is down 3%. Reflux there is down 4.6%, and that's some of the ones there. A Dogecoin there is down 60%. That more token from Trayvon, another influencer, is down 3.8% at 12 cents. Hex Orange Address, another influencer, I believe, that is down 12% as well. Is that ABIT? I think. It's down 12% there, and I must really do a lot more look at some of what they're up to. They do a lot of viral marketing. Have checked it out. Ben token is up down 4% there. Those are some of the ones. Fluffy Slippers, not talk about Fluffy Slippers. That's down 5% as well. There we are. Pepperlorian also down 6% at the moment. So there we go. There's some of the leaders there. Let's jump over to the 9-inch. I've heard some pretty mixed stories about the live stream with Randy and one of the founders there, or frontmen for the old 9-inch. I think it was was it Hexy Bastard? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so mixed results there. The price is showing it. Obviously, the market's not convinced. So there's a lot more work to do there in the marketing and stuff like that. The market will decide, right? The market will price in the assets accordingly. If they like what they see, they're going to price it up. If they don't like what they see, they're going to price it down. And of course, also you got farming and stuff like that. So the income earner is going to sell it as well. So just remember that. But at the moment, that is down at 9,108. Obviously down with the market too. What else there we got going on there at the moment? The incentive token on Pulsechain is sitting around about just under 4 penny, 4 cents, just under 4 cents there. Where the ETH goes at 25 cents. Poor pleb is at 1683, down 4%, and PLD is at 1800ths of a penny, down 9% there at the moment. So not much happening on the old 9-inch there. Quickly looking at the next category, which is Pulsechain projects. This is our main categories. This is what I'm going to be doing a video on tomorrow. The top 10 DeFi on Pulsechain 2023. So you don't want to miss that out tomorrow. It's going to be for our live stream. But at the moment, we've got, let's jump through there. Everything's pretty much down. Is anything standing out there? No, everything's pretty much down at the moment, which means there's opportunities to pick off the good ones. And we're going to go through what the good ones are tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up tomorrow's stream, which will be pretty fun for the end of the day, at least for the stock market day. But that's going to be a lot of fun there. Let's quickly look at TYRH as well while we're here. That's part of Jacob's ecosystem. Haven't heard from Jacob around the third interview yet, so that might end up slipping into the new year. I know I was trying to get that, but we can only do what the developers are ready to talk about. So we'll see how we go with that. I may get a late notice, and maybe we do it somewhere between Christmas and New Year. We'll see how that turns out. But TYRH is down 5% at the moment at 1100ths of a penny. Everything else is pretty much down. Burn, though, is up 5%, and liquidities are relatively small on this at the moment. But 165K is still pretty decent on the TRH there. I know some people are accumulating that for V4, which is supposed to be launching at some stage soon. So we'll keep up tabs on that. We'll let you know. If you want the latest and greatest, of course, on TRH, get into our Discord. We've got Archie in there. He is the #1, I would say, commentator on the Jacob ecosystem. And he's one of our moderators and super smart dudes in our Discord. So join up to our Discord. I'll let you know the links later on. All right, that's pretty much it. Let's jump over to some of the news. Of course, Pulse, PUSD Algo. We've talked about Coast CST. We've talked about Liquid Loans, USDL. We've talked about Power City, PXDC. And, of course, PXDC is the next one to come. After that is the big Algo coin potentially. Okay, it's subject to capital raise, but PUSD Algo is the frontier of innovation in DeFi. And, of course, Pulsechain is leading the DeFi. 75% of the sacrifice capital raised is going to go to the protocol straight away, 50% to the liquidity pools. This needs to be at least something like 4 or 5 liquidity pools set up. So that's going to go to that, and 25% is going to part of the innovation, the stability miner, which is going to help keep the stablecoin pegged. PUSD is a fantastic brand name, and it's going to be pegged to the USDL. Can you believe that? It's fantastic rather than EDI, so it won't have any bridge risk. And it's going to be tied to the liquidation stability from Liquid Loans and, of course, through to Pulse, the main coin on the chain. So brilliant move there from Jacob. Now, obviously, Jacob needs to raise enough capital in this process. I know that he's reaching out to more social marketers to do stuff like that, maybe other influencers like Corey Costa and people. So stay tuned for that in the new year. At the moment, we're on day 27 of 45 of the sacrifice. And we've got tons of videos. I've done 2 videos with Jacob on this, so you can check that out on this channel. And at the moment, sacrifice is open. We're up at 389,000 inclusive of the referral bonus and the bonus X. So if you want to participate in that, you can do that. What happens is that people will be able to mint PUSD with Algo. Algo is going to be the main coin there. And of course, that allows for scalability on Pulsechain. And of course, allows also the TVL on this protocol and on Pulsechain to rise, attracting the big players. So this is the big mechanism here. What's different about it, of course, it's going to have the stability miner and bots there with limit orders to keep the price pegged. Remember, it's going to be pegged against USDL as well, and enjoy its mechanisms of support also. And of course, people are going to be able to get rewarded through that, which is pretty amazing. Also, there's going to be staking for Algo and PUSD. You're going to be able to earn Algo and PUSD there at modest returns, which is going to be pretty cool there as well. And of course, everything you do, all your actions are rewarded on the platform through the Flex Incentive token. So you're getting rewarded all the time, and your rewards are going to be paid from the V3 fees. So it's got a utility. It's not made out of inflation. You're not getting paid out of inflation. You're getting paid out of utility. And of course, that's going to be paid out to everybody using the platform. So you do anything, you do staking, you do minting, whatever, you're going to get paid Flex token, and you're going to share of the fees through the V3 deck. So that's kind of cool there as a passive income earner. So really, really cool on that front. Now, Sacrifice is open at the moment. There are two chains, of course, Pulse and Ethereum. You can use any of these stable coins at the moment, and you just have to send your capital to the address up at the top here, OX96E223. Now, you will get a 90% referral bonus using the referral in the video description. You can see this player here has got 1.19%. They did over $1,000, and then they automatically, once you get $1,000, you get a random bonus X multiplier. So that's your second bonus. And at the moment, that's between 1.25 and 2. And there's only 3 days left to get access to this particular rate at the moment. And of course, that will give you total dollars. In this case, it's $20,900 for this player who participated. And of course, for every dollar they do, they will get 20 Algo, 200 Flex, and 0.01 wrap Pulse USD there as well. And of course, that's how many tokens they got and given in the sacrifice process so far. So they're going to be able to put all that stuff in the protocol. They'll be able to put their Algo. They'll either be able to mint PUSD and stake that, or they can put their PUSD straight in the staking and stake that. Or they can put their Flex will automatically earn with the V3 fees there, and the wrap Pulse there, they can unwrap that if they want to. Or do whatever they want with that as well, trade, buy, sell, or lock it up there as well. So there's lots of things they'll be able to do, unwrap it, and of course get the rewards out at different times there as well. So it's pretty bullish. And of course at the moment, total supply is 12.3 million Algo, which is the main coin, and of course 6,151 wrap PUSD and 123 million Flex at the moment. So looking pretty good at the moment. Obviously, the project will go forward depending on liquidity raised. If it's not, then Jacob's talked about looking to refund that. So we'll see how he gets on next month as well. But, in terms of, Pulsechain is not a DeFi chain. It's not a VC chain, I should say. It's a DeFi chain. And so, some teams need to raise funds, particularly for something like this, where you need big, fat liquidity pools. But like I say, 75% of the liquidity is going to be applied straight into the protocol. It's not going to face the same criticisms a lot of other sacrifices have had done. So really is kind of cool, and maybe the future of doing capital raises on Pulsechain. But of course, you got to back the person, right? And of course, Jacob's got a fantastic reputation for that. Obviously, he's running multiple projects. So TYRH V4, PulsePot, TYZZ on BNB DeFi, and of course also this one here, PUSD Algo, which could have the potential of actually being massive. So a relatively low capital raise versus a potentially high commercial upside is the kind of the holy grail of this sort of thing. So excited about it. All right, that is it for Algo. So the link's in the video description. We're going to get into Hex, of course. Before we do that, though, let's get back into the chat and see who else has jumped in here. We got any other comments here? Hey, Francis, says Sandy. Nice one there, Sandy. All right, so let's get back into Hex.com, folks. Get some Hex, burn it for T-shares, start mining Hex today. So let's have a look at the rate at the moment. So we haven't got the latest day for Ethereum at the moment, but we have got Pulsechain. No, we haven't got Pulsechain out either. What time of the day is it? Okay, we're only 15 minutes past the hour, so I'm way too ahead of myself here. Pulsechain, though, is green, started a brand new green day. So we've got a green day. Let's see if we can get a green day out of that. In any case, if you haven't joined the Discord, the link's in the video description for Discord as well. $5 a month for Discord. It's 16 cents a day, so it's very, very cheap. Now you're going to get access to a whole ton of stuff. Pretty much the best number one Discord for Pulsechain Hex. 1,250 members in the community. You're going to get potential perk paid to paid members as well. Stay tuned for that in the year ahead. And of course, there are 6 chat groups, not 7, but 6 chat groups you can get into. And of course, 3 audio chats is in there as well, including a games one as well, which a lot of people use. There's Pulsechain information galore. We have project information and useful links like on-chain and cross-chain swapping. We've got all the links there. And of course, I'm in there regularly as well. And of course, let's have a look at some of the screenshots here. So here is all the main chats there. We've got main chat. We've got Pulsechain chats and main chats for Richard Hart chats like Maximus, Icosa, Hex, of course, Pulsechain. Then we've got Pulsechain Token Chat. That's for all the projects launching on Pulsechain. That's very busy chat. And of course, we get lots of alpha there from people like Archie and Brenton and other people in there. Christian, of course, is pretty heavily involved in NFT collection chats as well and general crypto news. You get lots in there NFT collections. Obviously, that's huge now with 5 NFT markets in place and potentially hundreds of collections out there now. We've got price chats. If you like TA and talking about price chats on anything in crypto, you put it in there. And non-crypto chat, of course, as well is there. If you like to talk about some non-crypto stuff. Crypto helpline. I think we're the only community with a crypto helpline in that moment. A lot of people get help there. You wouldn't believe how many people have been helped in that crypto outline. Unbelievable amount of people have been helped there. We did have crypto news. I've taken that away just because it wasn't used enough. But in any case, we've got 3 different audio and video chats in the bottom there. You can see the video chat there. We've got our community leader Brian in there on that one there too. So pretty cool. And the other one there, of course, we've got useful links and project links. Useful links have all the links you could possibly imagine in Hex, Pulsechain, Hex, and of course all the derivatives like Maximus and Icosahedron all in there. Plus all the on-chain swapping, cross-chain swapping, DEX aggregators, all that sort of stuff. Links are there as well, including project links. All about 180 projects launching on Pulsechain, and they're all in the project links there. So it is a wealth of knowledge all in one place. You got the community, you got the information, and of course we talk about strategy all the time. And if you want to join strategy and you want to talk about across chain, so we talk about strategy across multiple chains in the strategy room, which is a private room as well inside the Discord, then you can join for $35 a month. And a lot of people in there are crushing it. They're making mad gains and are set to make mad gains into the bull market. So we're talking about some of the hottest projects on multiple chains in that strategy chat room, which is pretty cool. General Discord memberships generally just for Pulsechain and Hex, but if you want to talk multi-chain, strategy room is for you. And if you like discussing strategy, we get a lot of special people in to talk about cool things, and we'll have more people in the new year. So it's going to be a lot of place to be there as well. All right, so that link is in the video description as well, and I think Wookie might post his link. He's probably got his link there too. Looking good there. All right, have we got any of the days out yet? Nothing out yet for Hex. Maybe we're going to have to miss out Hex today and talk about it tomorrow because it's not quite out yet at the moment. All right, let's see who else has jumped in the chat there. Nothing else. I think we're going to wrap up. Yeah, so I will cover the Hex Day stats tomorrow. Normally I cover them today, but they're not quite out yet at the moment. So we're going to wrap up at 48 minutes. I'm going to be in Discord after this, of course. So if you want to get in there as well, join us for sure. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's show. Man, oh man, the market's giving you a chance to even pick up more of the good stuff. So it's going to be fun. And of course, the bullish outlook for 24 is unbelievable. 10th of January, Bitcoin ETFs. A month later, probably 10th of February, they'll be launching officially. Of course, there's going to be a lot of buying leading up to all that and through it. It's going to be fun to see. Then we get to March, and we may have the Fed pivot possibly, or we will have to wait till May. Then April, we've got the Bitcoin halving. And by the time we get to May, we're probably going to have the Ethereum ETFs and maybe the Fed pivot. It's going to be beautiful. And then by the time we get further afield, we could end up having the election at the end of the year. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it turns out to be the right one. And the Western world is saved. And of course, that's going to be benefit for the whole world. So let's see how we get on there. In the meantime, keep up your Christmas shopping. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Pulsechain is heating up, warming up. And of course, we're loving it. There's so much stuff to come. Many projects in the new year. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Get into our Discord and get the chat going 24/7. That's how it will rock and roll there. And I will catch you again tomorrow for another great Pulsechain Hex update. All right. Let's play out some cool music on the way out, shall we? I think so. Let's do it. And let me find something that is fun. Let us go. I think this will be good enough. Let's do it. All right. Peace out, everybody. Bye for now. Take care.
Here in my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so So the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.